Wolf, get away from those sheep.
Bollocks.
You're listening to the Wolf and the Shepherd podcast, broadcasting from Fort Worth in the great state of Texas. Now, get ready for this episode of the Wolf and the Shepherd.
Welcome to this episode of the Wolf and the Shepherd. Today we're going to be talking about questionable self-growth advice.
Now, this is actually only questionable because somehow we've got involved in the process.
Well, sure.
Yeah. I was browsing through my Instagram as I normally do on a daily basis, and I came across this ad for this Real Man Self-Growth Challenge. So I tried to put all those words together, still didn't quite understand it.
Real Man
Self-Growth Challenge. So
gotcha.
If you're trans, obviously this doesn't perhaps apply to you. If you're just a regular man, don't identify as a real man, then I guess it doesn't apply to you. If you're already really good at self-growth, I guess it doesn't apply to you because it has the word challenge at the end. So this is aiming for a specific audience.
So basically, yeah, like 12 people?
Yeah, 12 people. So I was looking at this app, and it's a 20-day guide to becoming the best man you can be, which again doesn't really interest me because I'm kind of interested in maybe being about 60% of the best I can be. The extra 40% looks like a lot of effort.
Well, 60% though seems kind of high to shoot.
Well, yeah, I was hoping I was starting off on a basis of 40% and just had to add like maybe 20%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's probably attainable.
Yeah. Now, 20 days is a lot of commitment, something I'm not sure I'm on board with in the first place.
No.
No.
I don't know if I can make it 20 days.
Right. So there's a lot of these apps around, and for whatever reason, they keep coming up in my feed, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram, and every now and then I kind of click on them because I'm quite intrigued about how you can turn your life around in.
Well, that's why they keep
20
popping
days,
up
30
on
days.
your feed, because you keep clicking on them.
Well, maybe. But I figured what I'd do to save our listeners some money and some time in case they were tempted to subscribe to these, that we're going to give our input on this specific 20-day program about the steps. And to be honest, all we've got to go on is the titles of each day, and they didn't have any descriptions unless you kind of get the app and subscribe to it.
Okay, so they're giving you what you're supposed to do, but you've got to buy the app to be able to really know how to follow through.
I think the first 3 or 5 days are free, and then if you want past the 5th day, you've got to pay for the Zen-like wisdom they give you on the remainder of the course.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this way, at least our listeners, they can make their mind up whether it's a waste of time and the money would be better spent at Buffalo Wild Wings, which
Probably
I'm saying yes before we even start.
Yeah.
So we're going to work through these, go through these quickly. Well, some of them we're going to go through quickly because they don't make any sense. Day 1, how to talk to anyone. What do you think about that?
Well, what if they speak a different language?
Well, I'm assuming they think you've got an Apple Watch where you can use their iTranslate thing and speak immediately into it and it speaks out.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should use one of those so we could understand each other.
Yeah, we should. No, actually, we need one to speak to Sandra next door. Actually.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'm assuming they mean people who you run into on a day-to-day basis, like the receptionist you like the look of, or your bank manager or something. You don't become the horse whisperer or get Kanye West's cell phone number. So when it says how to talk to anyone, it's not like it's underground phone directory to talk to anybody you want. This is just how you can talk to people you run into normally, I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what do you think that advice is going to be? How do you talk to anyone?
What if you're mute?
Well, that's going to actually hit a few of the day's specific topics if you're mute.
Well, that's got to kind of hurt if you're a mute person and you actually paid for this app.
Right.
And you realize day 1 is how to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
That's got to be depressing.
Well, it gives you the list of topics before you start, so I think that's your own fault if you do that.
yeah, but there's a lot of people that probably, buy before they try, so to speak,
Yeah.
and don't look or don't
Yeah.
read through all the
Yeah.
descriptions and all that stuff. So there's
Yeah.
probably a few mutes out there that have bought this that got
Yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah, some of the apps I saw were actually 60-day programs. Now, how on earth do you fill out 60 days of different topics? I mean,
can't-
even if you veer off topic, I can't fill 60 days with topics on self-growth.
I can't believe we've even brought ourselves to devote probably about an hour is what this is going to take us to talk through this. I mean, that's a lot for us.
Yeah, right. Day 2, the power of habit. Now, I don't know if this is aimed at alcoholics or those people who get up to jog at 5 a.m., but I'm assuming it's forming good habits.
Oh,
You know?
well, yeah, but see, it doesn't say
No.
good habits or
No.
bad habits. It's just talking about
Yeah.
the power of habits.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of them
Yeah.
are powerful.
Yeah, so I mean, like with alcoholism, the power to destroy your marriage and friendships and,
True.
job performance, that type of thing. So, I mean, habits do have power, whether they're good or bad.
Well, but alcoholism could actually make you have friends and
Yeah.
get along with your wife and do better at your job.
Yeah, that is true.
Let's
yeah.
be honest.
It's a double-edged sword.
True.
Both sides can cut you. Right, day
But
3.
it tastes good when it happens.
Day 3, the 4-hour body. Now, hopefully this is 4 hours spread out across a whole month or 20 days, or better still 2 months, because 4 hours a day to get a better body, I'm not
not going to do that. But have you done the math problem? Like 4 hours spread over 20 days, how much that is?
Yeah, it's like 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And that makes it worse.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I mean, even if I was training for something, I mean, I used to train for those extreme races, like 10 kilometers and about 30, marine type obstacles. And, my training consisted of like running 3 times a week for about 45 minutes.
When I think about extreme racing, I think about trying to get from here to DFW Airport when I'm running late and trying to catch a plane.
Yeah. Gran Turismo. Right, day 4. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which I think is just a fiscal snapshot of before and after divorce.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't have any kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, rich dad is when the baby's like born, and then about 2 days later, you're poor, and you never get to be rich again.
Yeah. So, well, you see, this is the thing, isn't it? Because you can't be a dad without having a child.
True.
But I guess if you relinquish your responsibility towards financially supporting that child, you can remain a rich dad.
The ironic part about that rich dad, poor dad is there's a lot of to-be dads, right, that go and spend a bunch of money on a bunch of baby stuff before the baby even comes. So they're actually getting poor before they even become a dad.
Yeah. So day 5, the 5-second rule. Well, that's stupid. We all know about that.
Yeah.
Anything other than sushi, if you drop food on the floor, within 5 seconds, it maintains its edibility. So
Not salsa.
yeah, salsa's a bit rough. Although you can still dip chips on it. You shouldn't really scoop it back on the plate.
Right, but I like to scoop the salsa up.
Yeah,
so
that is
that's going to
true.
be more difficult.
Yeah. I can't believe they're paying for. Well, that's part of the free days actually. That first 5 things: How to Talk to Anyone, The Power of Habit, The 4-Hour Body, Rich Dad Poor Dad, The 5-Second Rule. That's all free.
Okay.
So now we're going to enter into the premium content.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
So we're day 6.
Yeah. If there's any listeners who actually work for this company who have actually picked up by now that we're going step by step through their program, don't bother suing us, because we're just giving the titles you made freely available on the interweb.
Yes.
Yeah. So day 6, the power of now.
Should we also preface this that we could have maybe wrote them down wrong because we don't pay that close attention to anything?
No, I did. I made a point of writing these down properly.
Is this why it took you so long to get all this prepared?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been working on this one for like 4 days.
I have been working on this hard.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do it justice. So day 6, the power of now. Now, given you and I are like 2 of the greatest procrastinators on earth, the better title would be the power of waiting a few months.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power of later.
Yeah.
I like the power of
Don't do
later
today
better.
what you can put off till tomorrow,
Absolutely.
next week, or hopefully long enough that the person who you're supposed to be doing it for has forgotten about it, so you don't have to do it at all.
Right.
That's my favorite motto.
Well, kind of like this one, we were going to record it, I think, last week, and we're just getting around to it. So there you go.
Yeah. Day 7, the 10x or 10 multiply rule. So this is either about an abnormally large t-shirt or multiplying something by 10, which I'm figuring it's the last thing, but I'm betting it's going to be one of those things which is impossible to achieve, and you'd have more chance of buying that 10XL t-shirt at a Jenny Craig convention or something.
Yeah, but here's the problem I have with day 7.
Yeah.
The 10 times.
The day of rest, yes.
Well, no. Why didn't they wait till day 10?
Right.
It'd have been easier to remember. I think this is some lazy writing. I mean, how did they not figure, hey, let's throw this on day 10?
I don't know why they didn't put a rest day in there as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even to celebrate you halfway through.
Well, at 7 days, are you halfway through?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's halfway through to 14, and this is 20, yeah.
Almost.
Almost there. Day 8, unlimited memory. Now, somebody who used to build their own computers, there's no such thing as unlimited memory, right? So there's either a small chance they could be referring to enhancing the hippocampus in your brain's temporal lobe, but I'm pretty sure they're just exaggerating the technical specifications of the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, probably so. Unlimited memory, I'm just not getting that at all. Because I already forgot what we were supposed to do on day one.
That's so you can talk to anybody.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then with the unlimited memory, you can remember everything they say.
So
although they'd probably be better off putting this as step one, wouldn't they? So that way, by the time you spoke to anybody, you could actually remember what they say.
Well, yeah, but why wouldn't they put this one on step one so you could remember all these steps?
Well,
if we would have started this one at step one, I wouldn't have forgot what step one was.
right. Yeah.
I'm finding a lot of flaws in this app.
Yeah.
I really am.
And they're not going to see my $9.99.
Well, not only that, but I'm glad they didn't reach out to sponsor us and give a review, because this would have kind of been bad for them.
Right. So here we go. This is the day which really pushes me over the edge, and this is my official quit day if I've made it this far.
Wait, what day are we on?
Day 9.
Day 9. Okay.
Day 9. 12 rules for life. So you consider, right, this is a 20-day program.
Right.
Day 9 introduces another 12 things I've got to take into consideration.
Well, don't they need to add more days then?
Well, no, there's 12 rules you've got to fit in one day.
That's
Day
too
9,
much.
You've got to remember.
No, that's
or
too
apply
much.
12 new rules to your life.
Too much to do
Yeah.
on that day.
Yeah.
Now, I've also got to admit, I'm going to use my same argument that I did on the 10 rules or 10 things or 10x or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Why didn't this come on day 12 if it's 12 rules?
Right, exactly. Well, day 10, limitless. Now, I'm not sure this is supposed to cheer you up after day 9 with all the new rules you're supposed to adhere to.
Right.
And unless it's referring to all you can eat tacos, it sounds suspiciously to me, I think, like one of those things where it says, like, oh, just spend an extra 22 hours a day and you can earn an extra 5% on your income type stuff.
Right. Yeah. Limitless.
It never is limitless. Whenever I see those programs, earn unlimited income.
Right.
You know, do you want to earn an extra $20 a week?
No.
No.
No, not for
Well,
that
I'd
much
like
work.
to, but not
Yeah,
for
just for
putting in
free.
work.
No,
Yeah.
I just want it for free.
Yeah. Right. 11. This
Day-
one. to
Day
me,
11. Okay.
Day 11. So we're in the second half of the program. now.
Gotcha.
Right. This one, again, I'm a little bit suspicious of. It says think and grow rich. Now, I'm going to crap on this one immediately.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
I overthink everything, and my fiscal situation hasn't changed a bit.
That's right. And you know what? We do this step all the time.
Yeah.
We just think about ways to make money, but we never follow through with
Yeah.
them, and we never get any money.
Well, it doesn't say how long you actually have to wait after you've thought to get rich.
Oh, well, that's a good point.
Yeah. And also,
Maybe we just haven't, we've already had all our thoughts.
Yeah.
Maybe we just haven't waited long enough.
well, I didn't know if it was one of those. Have you heard of the laws of attraction or the law of attraction, where you're supposed to think things into being? And I know it's got various different formats they throw that into.
Isn't that what that movie The Secret was about, or tying the red string on your wrist or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's some churches, some Christian evangelical churches who do this. I think they're called word churches or something, and you know, you're supposed to call money into being, that you demand money and it will suddenly appear, not like out of thin air, because you know, obviously evangelical Christians are against magic tricks and stuff, but
Right.
you know, that money just comes to you from all these amazing different sources just because you've said, you know, give me some money or something. So,
Is that why they never have a magician come and pull the Easter bunny out of a hat?
yeah, it might be. I don't understand why Christian church is so against magic
Illusions?
tricks and
Yeah.
illusions and all that anyway, because
They're fun.
you know, if they believe in magic, then all right, cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about that in next Sunday's sermon? And if they don't believe in magic, then it's harmless anyway.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and it makes
So
that.
j-
I mean, they even wrote a song that, do you believe in
Yeah.
magic?
Yeah, we've not sung
So-
that at church for a while, actually.
Yeah, not only that, but I mean, I guess they don't play that at church
Yeah.
weddings.
Yeah. Right. So day 12, this is a confusing one. Not as confusing as day 13, but day 12, right?
Well, don't get ahead of ourselves
It's
now.
simply labeled quiet.
Quiet.
So this is at last a day I can achieve, at least if I'm napping.
So the opposite of right now, as we're recording, and
Yeah.
we hear Sandra yelling in the background next
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
Even though we've got walls separating us, we
Yeah.
can still hear Sandra yelling.
Yeah, they get so excited about insurance.
Yes.
I worked in insurance briefly, and I was not remotely excited.
It's not.
No.
It's not exciting.
Yeah.
Did you know there are podcasts about insurance? How
Yeah.
boring must that be?
I know, really. especially if it's like an entire season. I can understand a one-off, right?
Right.
You get
it's like
insurance person.
auto insurance.
Yeah, you get a person
somebody
coming in
to
and tell some
it.
funny stories. Or,
Right.
Just somebody who genuinely comes in and helps explain all the different types of insurance very basically,
Right.
without trying to sell you something. I think that would be good. But yeah, just quiet. I think it might be directed towards one of those listen before you speak type things. And all that other crap which derails me from trying to be the center of attention.
Right. Like the think before you speak thing also. Not just like the listen before you think, but the think or listen before you speak, think before you speak, or whatever. Yeah. Makes sense.
Right. Day 13. This is the most confusing one of all of them. It's just simply entitled Not Nice. So I don't really know where to start with this one. Maybe it's about not saying or doing mean things. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, don't be not nice.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah,
like,
be nice.
Couldn't they have spun it positively? Wouldn't that have made more sense?
Yeah, I mean, not nice. I mean, what a title.
Right. Not only that, but I mean, they once again missed the boat about talking about luck. I mean, they should have put Lucky 13. I mean, maybe using luck.
Buy lotto tickets.
Yes.
It's your small chance of getting rich.
That's right.
Which you're not going to do by buying this app. But I think...
but the people that made it are...
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think when they wrote this, they had like 20 people in the office, they gave them each a title and said, all right, you're each in charge of coming up for something one day? I
hope not. I hope this didn't take 20 people to make.
Yeah. Here we go. Day 14. The 80-20 principle. So this was my first thought. This was my philosophy in partner work in lab class. They put in 80% of the work. I'll do the other 20.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that's how that worked.
Yeah. So that's the 80-20 principle. So I think this is basically telling you if you can like get involved, partner up with people in work who will do most of the work and you have to carry a little load but still get the same reward, it's a good way to do it because it takes the stress off you. Other people are taking the stress. So
makes sense.
I actually kind of agree with that one.
Yeah, that sounds like the way that you should live your life.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right, finally we agree on one.
Right. So day 15, the 5 love languages, which I know there's a book about this.
Is that hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and touching, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the 5 bedroom love languages.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, this is just the 5 love languages thing.
Gotcha.
I didn't actually read this book, but I think my girlfriend did. And so I can remember these quite succinctly, actually. Food, sleep, pets, Xbox, and flowers.
I agree with 4 of the 5.
Yeah.
I mean, you left out beer.
Well,
I would replace the flowers with the beer, and I think we're winning.
This is the way to love your partner, not self-love.
Oh, well, I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, this is supposed to be about self-improvement, right? So how am I improving myself by improving somebody else?
Well, I think it's going along the theory that if you're nice to them, they might be nice to you back, which, is very hit and miss. It seems very random to me.
It is very random.
So day 16, the 5 a.m. club, not joining that, whatever it is.
No.
Stick that up the butt. Yep. So if I hadn't quit on day 9, day 16 is the next bear trap for me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting up at 5 a.m.
I'm gonna admit I don't think I could have even made it to day 9, but day 9 I'd have probably quit. And if I'm looking at this one and it's telling me now I got to wake up at 5, nope, now I'm done.
Well, I mean, like if I woke up at 5 and the house was on fire, I'd still wait to 6:45 to get out of the house.
Well, yeah, you want to wait till the sun comes out,
right? Yeah.
Who wants to go out in the dark?
Put it out.
Yeah, I'm too old for that.
Yeah. Day 17, another confusing one, and it's terrible advice in the age of COVID, or if you've got bad breath. It's just simply entitled "Lean In."
Lean in.
Lean in.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're leaning into the microphones.
I don't feel any better.
No,
I don't feel any better. I don't feel like I have self-grown.
No,
by leaning in.
Actually, you know what? When I did that, my back kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah. So day 18. This is confusing, but I like the title. It's just simply entitled "Elon Musk."
No kidding.
Yeah.
So is Elon Musk behind this app?
Doubtful.
I mean, is that why he hadn't successfully landed one of those starships yet? Is because he's been building this app?
No, he's too smart of a man to get involved in this crap.
But he could have subbed it out to somewhere overseas to make. And then he just wanted to sneak his name in there, like buy Dogecoin.
Well, I think you may as well throw in like Batman and other people you'll never be, however hard you try to be honest. I mean, why can't they just choose like Martin, the general manager at the local Bed Bath and Beyond or something, not Elon Musk? Because nobody's going to be Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or whatever.
I think even Elon Musk has a tough time being Elon Musk sometimes. Yeah. Jeff Bezos, though, that poor guy.
He got screwed on that.
Yeah,
divorce.
he did.
Yeah.
Actually, what was his now ex-wife's name?
I don't know. She was
Sharon.
pretty though, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think her name was Sharon.
Yeah.
But there was some study done about her that she is actually the best investor of all time
Right.
because of how she pulled that off.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Good for her.
Yeah. And I guess she kind of looked pretty because if she had all that money, pretty much anybody can look pretty eventually. Well, not anybody. We take that back.
Not anybody.
We've seen some people.
Yes.
But I think most people, even if they're kind of like a 4 out of 10, can knock themselves up to a 7 or 8 out of 10 with a few hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely at least a couple number boost in there. I'll go with a couple numbers just on their face.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I mean, you're not going to get to Tulsi Gabbard level, but you're going to be maybe a solid 7 with millions of dollars.
Sure.
So day 19.
Imagine if Tulsi Gabbard had millions of dollars.
Maybe she does now. I don't know. But mind you, probably not because she's not a corrupt politician.
Right. But we don't know what she did before she became a politician. So she maybe was...
Well, she was a vet, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in the army or whatever. Yeah. So, you're not making millions of dollars in the army.
If I had millions and millions of dollars, I'd give her $1 million.
Yeah,
to
me
come
too.
and live with me.
Sure.
So, day 19, thinking fast and slow.
Well, are there any other speeds to thinking?
I don't know. I'm beginning to think the second half of it was written by somebody with some easy access to edibles, really. What's the advantage of slow thinking?
I don't know.
I mean, it hasn't hurt Joe Biden, but I mean, generally speaking, what is the advantage of slow thinking?
What's the advantage of fast thinking?
So you can solve a problem quickly.
Yeah, but okay. So here's the advantage.
There's an immediate damaging consequence. You can avoid it by fast thinking.
But
think fast on your feet.
Sure, but think about this slowly. If you think things through slowly, you don't have to think about as many things. So now you have more time.
Maybe it's talking about, not making rash decisions and thinking about it to give your brain time to come up with possible problems.
No, that could be.
Yeah, we should have written this guide, to be honest.
No, I want to think slow. That way I'd have to think about less things.
Yeah. So day 20, steal like an artist.
Steal as in like be a thief?
Yeah, so already it's broken one of the 10 commandments. So, yeah.
Steal like an artist.
So
I'm confused.
Christian church,
we're going to have to
ban this for your parishioners.
We're going to have to slowly think about this one.
Yeah. So I thought actually about renaming this last one "Steal from an Artist" and attaching a guide to our website on how to use BitTorrent to download albums for free, but it might not have really meant that. And its title was "Steal like an Artist."
Not.
Steal from an Artist. I still think sounds better. So,
steal like an artist.
So I just want to give you a recap of these. And then I want to ask you a serious question about how you would put together a workable self-growth plan, which only takes 3 days.
3 days.
Right. So here we go. Just a recap for our listeners. Day 1, how to talk to anyone. Day 2, the power of habit. Day 3, the 4-hour body. Day 4, rich dad, poor dad. Day 5, the 5-second rule. Day 6, the power of now. Day 7, the 10 times rule. Day 8, unlimited memory. Day 9, 12 rules for life. Quit on that day. Day 10, limitless. Day 11, think and grow rich. Day 12, quiet. Day 13, not nice. Day 14, the 80-20 principle. Day 15, the 5 love languages. Day 16, the 5 a.m. club. Day 17, lean in, crap advice. Day 18, Elon Musk. Day 19, thinking fast and slow. Day 20, still like an artist. So that's your $10 a month right there. So,
oh wait, you never said that there was a monthly fee.
Oh, it's $9.95. Yeah, because I think they add like extra videos and help on these topics. So they release a video on how you can lean in.
I thought it was just like a one-time app purchase. You're saying there's a subscription for this?
Well, it's free for the first 5 days. Then it's then you have to pay to unlock the other 15 days. Although maybe you can get a discount if you skip day 9 with the 12 extra rules. And then you pay a subscription where on these topics they introduce, like people talking about it or videos.
Oh, like little TED Talks?
Yeah. Yeah, that type of stuff. So that's what you get for your subscription. So if you had to write a genuine 3-day self-growth advice program, and assuming that you actually think you could keep to these things, what would you do your 3 days on?
I would have to say day 1 would be rest.
Yeah.
Day 2 would be slow thinking. Day 3 would be rest.
Are you aiming this at the sloth community?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that would improve myself if I had 2 days of rest and 1 day of slow thinking. I think I'd be set.
Yeah. I just honestly don't know.
Oh, and I would charge $20 a month for my 3-day one.
Yeah.
Because look, I can do it in 3 days. They're doing 20, so you owe me more money.
17 leftover days, yeah.
Right.
Honestly don't know with this self-growth thing, because there's a lot of books been written about it over the last 20, 30 years. Everybody's kind of jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know if a lot of the things in it are common sense, the stuff it tells you, because I'm always kind of skeptical of these people who like, let me share my secrets with you of how I made, $1 million in 1 year. It's like, well, why would you share that? Because surely that dilutes your ability to be able to replicate making that same amount of money if now everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah, but then you got the guy that wrote that book on Amazon that said how I made $400,000 selling books on Amazon.
Right.
And he has one book available for $400,000. So, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, we get hit up by people all the time trying to sell us, kind of programs on how to increase the listens on podcasts, how to market, how to pay people to edit it and produce it and all this stuff. And it seems like the moment you get started on anything, somebody wants to come along and sell you a guide, and 9 times out of 10, or maybe even more, you've not heard of those person. You look at what they've done and achieved in this area, and it's not really anything particularly substantial, and they're trying to sell you a guide on it.
Why hasn't any president wrote a book to say how to become president?
Right, yeah. Because it must work, right?
I mean, talk about a niche market, right? You've only got 45 people that have ever became president.
Right.
So,
well, 46 as soon as Kamala pushes Joe down the stairs. But,
true. Probably going to happen pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, with all that said, thanks for tuning into this episode of The Wolf and the Shepherd, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wolf and the Shepherd podcast. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our web address, thewolfandtheshepherd.com, to your friends and colleagues. And please leave us a positive review on iTunes when you get a chance. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for additional content. Join us next time for another episode of The Wolf and the Shepherd.